Well, the thumbnail doesn't look all that great because I'm trying to adjust everything and get everything all done. And sorry for looking like a little bit of a drowned rat. It's pouring down rain here in beautiful South Florida. Guys, I wanna jump back on to some of the stuff that we talked about over the past couple days. Really dig into the ins and outs of doing what your heart feels is right. And what I mean by that is where your true happiness is gonna lie. There's a lot of people that are going to follow you, and they're going to give you that negative experience or negative input, I should say, as to what's going on with your life. And the reality comes that the only person who truly knows what's going to make you happy throughout everything that you do is you. You are the one that knows what you want. You are the one that knows what you need, and you are the one that knows what you are willing to do and what you're going to put up with. So there's quite a few things that stand through with that. And the big one's going to be, what you're willing to do and what you're willing to put up with. Are you willing to get pushed around? Are you willing to get stepped on? Are you willing to get thrown around? Or are you willing to stand up for what you believe in and do what you believe is right? And that even boils down into your own relationships. Are you willing to sacrifice what needs to be sacrificed to have a productive relationship, or are you just going to focus on what's important to you? As we hit certain ages in our lives, we get to a point to where we are very steadfast in our ways. We know where we stand, and one of the big things that you can do when you hit those older ranges is really let that person know that you're interested in that. These are all my cards. Let's put everything on the table and let's sift through it and sort it out and see if we can do this. You'll find out that there's a lot of people who are willing to work with you because they care enough about you that they want to see you succeed, and they want you to become the best that you can, and they want to be there with you to celebrate with you. That also goes into your work life. We were talking about that today, and one of the big things is understanding yourself and understanding what you want and where you are. There is a such thing as a 9-to-5 mentality. And unfortunately, I've seen it too much. That 9-to-5 mentality is the one where you're content being just a laborer and only following the direction that you're given instead of taking initiative, becoming that self-starter, and pushing yourself to your next goal. Any entrepreneur, any successful person, anybody who's built anything is going to let you know, and they're going to be honest with you, that it takes starting yourself. It takes getting up. It takes getting up earlier than your competition to strive to be better. I posted something on Facebook that a really good friend of mine posted out, and he said, set goals tend to make you get up a bit earlier. And it's true. When you start setting these goals for yourself, you find that it's not that hard to get out of bed every morning. I personally, I keep myself going until the wee hours of the night, and then I get 3-4 hours of sleep, and I'm up for the next day. Because my body runs that way. I've trained my body to be that way. I know that I only need between 3 and 4, maybe even 5 hours of sleep, and I'm good. I can run. I can go. Feet up in the morning, but you start realizing that when you start setting these goals for yourself, when you start planting these seeds of what you want out of life, that extra hour you've got to get up earlier isn't that hard. That extra 20 minutes before bed, you can push yourself through to get to. I'm in the process of rereading my book before I send it out and do all the publishing and stuff, and one thing I noticed is I'm a little light, so I want to add some stuff to it. But there have been countless days where I literally, a day off, I did not move from that computer until I wrote at least 2 chapters or fixed a chapter or went through and proofread and edited. You have to create a time management scale and a time management plan that's really going to push you to the next level. Anyone can go find a job. Anyone can go to college and come out of college making $30,000, $40,000 a year. It's the reality of it. I know some college graduate, a matter of fact, I know a PhD right now who is my age and is only making 50 grand a year. PhD. Probably spent way more than that for that PhD. And I'm sitting there looking at it, and you know, you put in 8 years of your life, 10 years of your life to come out making $45,000 a year, and that's okay. If that is your passion, if that is your drive, that is okay. But for me, I gotta make more than that. I'm not happy at $40,000 a year. I've made that. And that's just not me. And for a lot of us, that's just not who we are. We are not a $40,000 a year position. We're not a $60,000 a year position. We're a $90,000, $100,000, $120,000, $200,000 a year position, and even more. You know, there's some of these guys that I know that I follow and stuff. They make $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 a year, and that's following that simple logic of nobody else is going to do it but me. Nobody is in charge of my life but me, and nobody is going to pay my bills but me. So you have to go out there and you have to hustle. You have to hustle hard every day if you want to push yourself forward. There is so much that we have that we have to offer this world, and that we can give to society and the world around us, that we really need to push and drive to become more. You know, you ask the guy that started some little chain, started off with one store, and all of a sudden opens another store, and then opens another store, and you ask him what's the key to his success, and he says never giving up. You know, it's continuously driving forward. It's finding another way to maximize my money. I know people who have tried and they failed, and they fail and they fail and they fail, and then boom, out of nowhere, it's like overnight. And I look at them and I go, what did you do? I quit quitting. You know, and one of the big things I talk about is being done. You know, being done with listening to everybody else around you, being done with everybody else's input and negativity, being done with all the drama and BS, and focus on you. And I know it sounds selfish. I know it does. It really does. It sounds bad. But once you start focusing here, it makes it real easy to focus everything else out that way as things come to you. Build up yourself now. Put yourself out there. Get yourself going. Build your whole empire now. And then start helping out. And I'm not saying don't give to your church, don't give to your charities. I'm not saying that. Absolutely. If you give to your church every week, do it. If you give to your charities every year, do it. Do not stop giving back. For me, my way of giving back, I do it monetarily for a couple, and then I also do this. This is my give back. You know, I don't get paid to do these. I would love to. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Get me subscribers. But this is my give back. This is me putting in my time and my effort and me giving back to you guys who really pushed me and helped me and built me and have taught me that I am more than I expected. You guys have this great way of really pushing me to become more. And, you know, a lot of it I do push myself for, but you guys really give me that little bit more. Because sometimes we need it. There's days when, you know, even I wake up and I'm just like, meh. But then I wake up and I think, and I'm like, you know what, I gotta do my video today. There's people counting on it. There's people waiting on it. Or I gotta finish doing this because there's people who are going to need to hear this, and it really keeps me going. And that's one of the big things too, is once you find something that you like, something that makes you feel good, you don't work anymore. It's not work. It's having a conversation. It's hanging out with friends. It's motivating people to do better because you want to see them succeed. It's building your network. And guys, you guys are my network, and I care about every single one of you, and I hope that all of you succeed. I'm going to cut my live short here a little bit. I got some other stuff I've got to take care of this evening, so I've got some other phone calls and stuff I got to take care of, but this is that Sunday special, man. This is that one that I really hope that really gets to you guys, and I hope that everything I've been going over the past few weeks and stuff has really helped you guys out. So I'm gonna let you guys go there, and I will talk to you guys later.